My name is Deb Perryman, and I have the incredible honor of working with the most misunderstood critter in North America, Teenager americanus.
Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
Elgin High School, we have 2,200 students speaking 28 languages. 50% of our kids are on free or reduced lunch, which means that they're living at or below the poverty level.
A high school teacher for 12 years, Deb Perryman has an interesting game plan for teaching environmental science and biology.
We call it the poker chip game. I imagine it has a better name. Sustainable might be a good name for it. When the music starts, you can pull poker chips out. Once the music stops, you may turn your 10 poker chips in for a treat near the front of the room. All right? Go ahead. I have yet to ever see anyone take out sustainably from the beginning. They always just grab. The idea is to get them to understand that if they work together, that everybody gets more than just one treat. I noticed at this table, once again, that two of the community members were making this face at one of the community members. They were going, now what are you going to do for the next generation? This team didn't operate very sustainably. Why?
They just grabbed all the chips that they could to get a cookie as soon as they could. They didn't leave any to double over.
You're exactly right.
The scope of Deb's curriculum extends far beyond the classroom. Deb fought hard to transform 35 acres of school land into a nature preserve and outdoor classroom.
As the district suits, I call them, probably not a nice thing to call them, but when they came in to see me and we walked around everything, I was telling them all these facts and all these things, they didn't care. They wanted a soccer field. Eventually, after talking to them and really educating them on what we have here, it's now called the Outdoor Nature Trail and Outdoor Classroom, and so it's a district resource forever and ever, and this will never be lost.
I love hands-on work. That's how I learn. And whatever's in this creek will go into the river, and so this is how we figure out where the pollution is coming from when pollution enters into our river.
I feel really sorry for anybody else in the nation who has to teach environmental science from four walls, because I don't know how you can do it. Explore the tree. Let's figure out some ideas, some things that we want to do.
Deb believes students learn more by experiencing and drawing their own conclusions.
Going through this environmental science class has taught me so much about the environment that I never even knew, and it helps me at home tell my parents, hey, we can recycle that, we can save this, we can help,
We live in such a fast-paced world right now that we don't ever stop and think about what's going on in our environment. And it's the only environment we have.
It's here, it's restoring our natural history. They're learning about their natural history. When they're driving around, they see, oh, that's an oak tree, that's bloodroot. They understand it because they felt it and they touch it, and I think that that's important.
Deb students are extremely active in ecology. They stenciled "Don't Know" waste warnings on over 3,800 local storm drains. They were the first and only public high school to present a project at an international conference on solid waste in its 19-year history.
Every little bit you can do makes the world better for everyone else, and then people take notice to what you're doing, and they say, oh, well, I've got, 20, 30 free minutes, so I can do a little bit of that myself.
Her teenage students pass on their knowledge by mentoring elementary school kids in a program called The Mighty Acorns. More than 6,000 young acorns a year learn the joy of nature and conservation.
Kids are basically our future, They're going to be taking care of this world someday, so you might as well educate them on what's going on in this world,
If we bring little kids here, then maybe when they grow up, they'll want to save it.
Maybe none of these kids will become wildlife biologists, but certainly they will be parents someday, and they will be community members and voting members, and I want them to get to know all those aspects of life.
My name is Andrew, and I'd like to be an environmental biologist.
And then I want to be a geologist.
I want to be a photographer.
I want to be a journalist.
I'd like to be a psychologist.
Hopefully environmental law.
One thing Deb students all have in common is their love of their teacher.
Miss Perryman is a great lady. She has so much energy and charisma. Everyone that comes in contact with her is just in a good mood. Just, she's great in the classroom. She's always there to help you whenever you need it. Not even with, classroom stuff, just everyday life.
We need more teachers that are really willing to get head over heels involved. Like Miss Perryman, if you called her up, if you said, hey, at 2 o'clock, I need some help with my project, she'd work with you until 6 o'clock at night, as long as you understood what was going on. And too many teachers now are just like, hey, it's 3:55, I'm leaving.
And she wants to make you a leader and make you a better person. And she is just, she's everything a teacher should be.
Because of her many accomplishments, Deb Perryman was selected as Illinois Teacher of the Year.
I'm living my dream. How many people get to live their dream?
At a recent international environmental conference in Los Angeles, Deb made this plea.
Every day, I get to see the answer in my classroom. That's where we have to be, truly, because they will do it. They will do the good work. They want to supply answers. They want to help their community. My kids are poor. My kids can barely speak English, some of them. I'm so sorry. But every day, they get up and I give them a problem, or they come to me with a problem and they solve it. And that's where our hope is, and that's why I can't ever be someone who says we can't, because every day they do it. And despite everything, you wouldn't believe it. It's powerful. And I hope that you will remember those young people that are in your communities. Please bring them to the tables when you're planning things. And don't pick just the A+ students. Pick the students who just want to make a difference, the ones who have those bright eyes but are sitting in the back and they're shy. That's how we're going to turn all of this around.